Legend Total War here, and today we've got a rating your Doomstack video covering a Yvres Lothern Seaguard with shield Doomstack. So I think he's managed to increase the stats of these Lothern Seaguard by more than I've seen anyone do before. So we've got melee attack 59, melee defense 83, because these are obviously a hybrid unit of being spears and a missile unit, but they've also got range of 182, so their range is higher now than Sisters of Avalon, and that was one of my biggest beefs with the Lothern Seaguard in the first place, is that all the other high elf missile units had longer range, except for the horse archers. Also, really high missile strength here. So I'm not entirely sure how he's managed to boost it by this much. I know that these four here are honed, they've got the honed trait, but I'm not sure what this one's trait is or anything. So let's fight this battle here, see how they perform, and then we'll look at how he's managed to do this, because I'm curious to know if this is a Yvres only ability to get the range up, or any high elf can do it. Like, is it based on an item? I'm not entirely sure. If we have a look at some of this here, I can't, oh, hang on. Yeah, it's not letting me hover over it. That's weird. We'll just have to get through the battle and have a look at it. So the auto resolver says it's an easy auto resolve, but it's on very hard campaign difficulty and very hard battle difficulty. So when we get in here, we'll actually see what it's actually going to be like. So two armies of pretty sort of mid to late game Lizardmen. That one's coming in from a weird angle. I don't like this map very much. This is not a great map at all. No good, like good defensive positions, and there's a lot of area for them to like stalk through. But I think if we just stand back here as much as possible, that would probably be best. I think setting up over here to prepare for their force straight away. Oh, that could work. That could work. Should we do that though? Thing is, if we haven't finished them off by the time they hit us, they'll hit us in the rear. And they've got a lot of fast units. Alright, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to set up over here. I'm going to deal with Gorok's army first and then worry about that one later. I'm not going to be able to set up properly at the start, so I'm just going to line it up and just have to make adjustments as needed.
Guide my bow. Lothern Seaguard. Setting forth. We will obey. As you say.
Alright, let's see here.
Understood. We advance. Asa move.
So it'd be good if we could checkerboard as much as possible. It's good this terrain here is protecting us. Yeah, look at that bounce of power. The auto resolver was definitely off on that. This actually happens a lot with disaster battles as well. People send it in and it says that the battle's evenly matched. People take one look at the auto resolver and be like, it's evenly matched, it's not a disaster battle. But honestly, the auto resolver, it's a load of shit most of the time. Absolute load of shit. Alright, there looks like they're gonna get with their other army. That's fine. I mean, I prefer it if they came at us in waves. I'll just soften them up in the meantime. You got a Diamond Guardian Phoenix here, which is good.
As you say. Forward. Asturian wills it.
Might be a good idea to go over there and cast like a banishment on them. Okay. I'm worried they're going to come around from this flank here as well, but let's checkerboard up a little bit.
Orders received. Loyal. Lothern Seaguard. Orders received.
Whoops, oops. My bad. I can get out, I can get out. Could use the net of Ammentok. But nah, it's okay, we're gonna be fine, we're gonna be fine. Think about those horde ones, they're not that fast. Actually, that's pretty fast. They're coming around from this flank here as well. This down, pop that down, and yeah, we just need them to stand still. Also got this, that'll help a little bit. Bypass any physical resistance they might have. Okay, make sure we put on guard mode. Yep. Okay, yeah, they're coming at us over here much heavier. I need to turn around. Okay, we're gonna have to land with the dragon because we really have to hold them back. Like, they've got good melee stats, but I reckon if we just went into melee, we would lose. We've got to make sure we use our archers. Alright, what have these ones got here got? Alright, there's a few health things in here that could help. Okay, a banishment in there would be awesome. Let's do that. Okay, taking a bit of damage, not a ton. If we can get that one back over here, that could be good. Just try not to wipe out any of these units. That's a great banishment there. And these guys here are doing fine. The dragon, of course, getting smashed because too many entities are hitting it at once. Alright, this doesn't really do anything, but just there you go. Come on, dragon. That's enough. Come on, get out of there. God, these Lizardmen are dishing out damage really quickly. Come on, before you get killed. Alright, you're okay. Bouncer power's in our favor now, that's good. Let's just see if we can get through this without our army getting fucking wrecked.
Wielder of the winds, following Ethla. What orders? By your will. They die.
They're doing a great job at holding.
Orders. Men Louis! Araya, Men Louis!
Oh wow, they killed a lord there. I didn't even need to use it. I don't think that was Gorok. I would never expect Gorok to go down that quickly. Yeah, they're doing a great job on the Tyrannok chariot there.
Without fail, Lothern Seaguard.
Agreed.
Really, really good job. Just taking so many of them. Don't even need to use the Net of Amatok. Really, I think we should use a banishment there. As soon as I can get some wins. Just need 2 more.
Setting forward. Going abroad. Winds of magic rise. My power is yours. Lakoi Soraya.
Good. Bounce powers in our favor. That's good. They're doing fine. Okay, get these ones back. Taking too much damage. Okay, let's bring them back and charge into this. Hopefully we can break it. Although Gorok's army usually doesn't break. I did speak too soon. There's the army losses. What I mean is that they don't break until the army losses gets inflicted. Did we actually kill Gorok? No, we didn't, because it would say that Lord died. I just don't know where he went. He's small. Where's his banner? There he is. Oh yeah, we barely even touched him. Alright, we took a bit of damage over here. Honestly, the Lothern Seaguard didn't really get that many kills. Really, what won us this battle, for the most part, was these 5 here. These ones here, keeping them all blobbed up. And a couple of banishments. Let's have a look at the damage dealt out though, rather than the kills. So, 11,000 damage. If you ever look at one that's used up most of its ammo, that's the same amount of damage. Right.
For duty.
I mean, it still defeated an army that was apparently stronger than it, so it's good. I wonder though, would Sisters of Avalon be better? Because like they did take a lot of damage. I don't know. I would assume Sisters, if they got into melee against these lizards, would have just taken this much damage. Alright, let's have a look and see what he did to boost them. But yeah, it was a good army, for sure. Is it a 10 out of 10 Doomstack? Nah, definitely not. Compared to the other 10 out of 10 Doomstacks that we've seen from the High Elves, this isn't even close. And that being said, I don't think that a Sisters of Avalon Doomstack is a 10 out of 10. I think it's just an army that I usually go to because it's fairly convenient and easy to mass produce. and doesn't rely too heavily on hero trading.
I have need of slaves.
I don't need to send the save file back because it's not a disaster campaign or anything. But yeah, let's have a look and see exactly what he did to boost this and possible ways he could have done even more. I mean, he said this was perfected. He couldn't actually get it any stronger without like adding more heroes, which would have actually meant less archers. Kind of reminds me of the stack that most of the Mad sent in with the white lions. We only had like 6 white lions, but the army actually would have been stronger if we had taken some of the heroes out, because he was focusing way too much on individual fighters being high statted rather than the actual army being a better team. It's sort of like as well with the Thunderer army that had like 15 engineers in it. You know, made 3 Thunderers super strong, but you would have gotten just about twice as much firepower if you took out 3 of the engineers for 3 more Thunderers. Anyway, let's have a look here. How did he manage this? Let's have a look at this one's trait firstly. So Ardent. Oh, there it is. That's where the extra range comes in. Reduced upkeep cost. That doesn't matter for high elves. Extra range for archers, Lothern Seaguard. So that wouldn't apply to what's it called? Sisters of Avalon. I feel like that's an amazing trait. I feel like the punitive trait is better than this by a significant margin. And this one here is honed. And what does that do? So melee attack and melee defense for those units. Cool. That's why the stats were so high. I mean, keep in mind though that they are supposed to be an archer unit primarily. What's this one straight? Yeah, I don't value that much. I mean, it's good to get like high stats and everything, but I don't know. Oftentimes when I see people putting the mage with incendiary, like you're not supposed to send the mage into melee, even if it's got incendiary. Good stats and everything, but it's a mage. It's not its job. Okay. Did we only have 19? Did I didn't get a unit wiped out, did I? But why is there only 19 in here? Oh, okay. I don't know. Did something get wounded? Yeah, they wounded one of my, because I had 4. There's only 3 in there now. That's why some of the stats went down. Right, yeah. So, it just after the battle, the sort of like sore losers, they had to do that. Okay, so yeah, just thinking about that a little bit. If we have a look at some of the other traits that we could have potentially got, specifically with princesses, let's just see what's available here, if he's got any. So, punitive. Enemy missile resistance minus 10%. Missile strength for archers. So that could also work with the Lothern Seaguard as well. And it'd be really good to, you know, reduce the missile resistance on scaly units like Lizardmen. Yeah, I mean, that'd bring that one down to 0, essentially. So you're essentially doing more than 10% more damage. I mean, you just ignore Gorok.
Lady of the Phoenix Court.
And then there's also the resistant trait that that they can get, but I'm not sure if you've got one in here. No, that's fine. Yeah, I don't know. It's good. It's definitely a good army. I don't think it's anywhere near a 10 out of 10. I think it's more like a 7 or 8 out of 10 army. I think it performs about the same sort of tier as Sisters of Avalon. If we have a look at how she's been leveled up, yeah, this is one of the good things about the Lothern Seaguard, is that you boost them here and here. Whereas with the Sisters of Avalon, you only boost them with Bowmaster. But the thing is with the Sisters is that they get a bigger boost, I think, from Strength of Avalon with physical resistance, melee defense plus 6 here. So they already kind of get that bonus there. Whereas, I know you do get some more stuff over here. There's a lot of stuff that does boost Lothern Seaguard. But even with the, you know, melee defense of, what was it, 90 in the battle? They still got wrecked pretty quickly. Yeah, I'm probably leaning towards giving this an... I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. It's a good army. Definitely not the strongest Doomstack that you could possibly field. I think the big thing with this is that if you could mass produce Lothern Seaguard armies, and I've done that before, especially the non-shielded variant, because if you just go into encamp stance here, if you've got enough port settlements, it brings the recruitment time to them down to 1. Obviously their stats aren't quite as good as the shield variant, but they're really good to just mass produce all over the place. And if you have a look at the shield variant, am I blind? Is it not there? So he must have demolished the barracks somewhere after recruiting this, because they're just not here. No. Okay. That's another downside to the Lothern Seaguard with shield. You have to make sure you've got. You have to make sure you've got the war hall. Whereas in any port settlement, even a minor settlement, if you have a look here, you can increase your ability to recruit regular Lothern Seaguard. So these ones here aren't so easy to replace. Yeah, look, I think it's an 8 out of 10 army. It's good. Just not amazing. Anyway, that's the end of this one. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this particular Doomstack. I do like Lothern Seaguard now. Okay, I'm not trying to shit on them, but at the same time, I just don't think that I would rate it higher than Sisters of Avalon with the same amount of heroes put into them. Like, you could, if you had, say, 4 heroes of resistant handmaidens, the missile resistance and melee defense and magic resistance on the Sisters of Avalon would be extremely high. And they're just such a good missile unit. Lots of armor piercing damage. And that was another thing with this. While it's got good missile strength, the armor piercing damage is only 6. I suppose this would be a lot better. I was thinking a lot better against the dwarfs, but because of the magic resistance. But then again, the dwarves also have high armor. So really hard to say where the Lothern Seaguard might actually have the advantage over... Oh, you know, maybe against Bretonia, where it's got like lots of cavalry coming at you. Having a anti-large melee unit with high melee stats would be better. Although the Sisters of Avalon also have high melee stats, so hard to say. Anyway, good army. I'm going around in circles a little bit. I'm just trying to think of any ways that these guys could have an advantage over Sisters of Avalon. I'm sort of struggling to see it a little bit. Anyway, that's the end of this one. Appreciate you guys. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this army compared to the Sisters of Avalon. I think this is an 8 out of 10, whereas I would rate a Sisters of Avalon Doomstack a 9 out of 10. And appreciate you guys, and I'll see you next time, fuckers. Bye.